Okay, hello, hello, hello. Is my audio good? Looks good. Okay. We are here. Let's see, give me a second to pull some stuff up. I don't understand why Twitch isn't working though. Like, I kind of get it, but I also don't. Like, I did change stuff, but there's no reason it shouldn't be working. Maybe it's that. Let me try one other thing. Let's try this. Okay, maybe that was right then. Just failing to connect for some reason. Well, what are you gonna do, you know? Maybe it's this? I'm trying it for 2 extra seconds while I just yap at y'all for... Yeah, it's just not working. I don't know why. It's like not getting approved or something. It's a problem with using the Restreamer. Let's see. Okay, let me get this open and then I'll switch to the actual thing here. Get Photoshop opened. Well, I'm not 100% sure what we're doing today, so give me half a second. Let's actually just go to my full camera. There we go. Hello, hello. It is I, Beats. There we go. Okay, so let's see here. Full display. There we go. Last time we worked on the church card. I think it turned out pretty cool. It's not perfect, I don't think, but it's good enough. There's a few things I was like, I could have done better on that, but I think I'm gonna call it good enough. Other thing, let's open up a new card. There we go. So yeah, we kind of got to decide what we're doing today. For some reason Twitch isn't working, so we'll see how that ends up. I'm not sure why that is, but I did switch some stuff around to hopefully prevent more crashing. But of course, we'll see in like probably an hour, because apparently it likes to take like an hour before it, you know, decides to work, so, or decide to crash, I guess. It's very inconsistent. Although once it does crash, it seems to it seems to crash constantly. So, shrug. We shall see. So yeah, either we're working on patch 1.1.5 or we are doing more beta cards. Sorry, excuse me, my throat is scratchy. I suppose let's do the old test here, because I can't tell if my chat is working or not. Can't tell if anything's working. Okay, it is working. Cool. Well, I could flounder about and see why this why Twitch isn't working, but this is not what I was looking for. We want to do this. Let's do this. It's gonna be that OBS. This thing. This is like the old version of it, though. I guess it's on GitHub, right? Of course, it's in Japanese. Can we translate this? Translate. Oh, it's in Chinese. I lied. I assumed it was in Japanese just because I think somewhere it said it was like made for a VTuber or something. But I guess that's there we go. But yeah, see. I don't know if they have any like real documentation though. Oh, they do. Okay, see, this is in Japanese. I don't know. What do I know? Yeah, it's not, arguably not real documentation. Just how to install it. I mean, in theory, it's like pretty easy, right? But it's just not working. So I might have to swap it back where YouTube was my, because right now YouTube's my primary thing, and then Twitch is my secondary. So I might have to swap that around again, which is fine. It's just, you know, now that we know that's not the issue, I can swap it back, but we're stuck here like this for now. Anyway, yeah, I'm kind of debating on whether I want to do more patch notes. Honestly, I need to play the game a bit more. Before I really do much. Maybe we'll draw a bit, and if I get really bored, I can just do some you know, play testing or something. So we could do a play test today potentially. Oh well. I just don't understand why it's not working. All right, yeah. So I guess future note, have to stream from YouTube and then restream to sorry, other way around. Stream to Twitch and restream to YouTube. I was tempted to try to do this, but the feeling is it's gonna break the stream. It's kind of annoying that you can't just do it natively. I don't know why they don't. Why they don't do it that way, but here we are. Okay, let's work on a new card. We did church. Unstable soul bond. I think embassy could be kind of cool. Yo, sup? Sup? How you doing today? Jejoa? Sup, more than that. True. I'm trying to decide what to do. Still just troubleshooting the stream, trying to get it to not crash. So all we can really do there is wait. And then right now Twitch isn't working, so I was trying to fiddle with that for like a bit. But I know why it's not working, but checking to say hi. I wanted to make sure your stream works. Yeah, I mean currently it's working, but we probably won't know for like an hour. I think I finally maybe figured out what was wrong with it, but it's because I had Hags active, apparently, which is, I can't remember what it stands for, but it was, basically uses your GPU, instead of your processor. So I think that may have been crashing it. It did say that OBS said that that could be a problem. So, because I like, the thing is, it wasn't creating any logs to like actually why it was crashing, because OBS was still running, right? It wasn't crashing OBS. It stopped the stream. And so basically I submitted the thing anyway. I submitted the logs anyway, and it was like, oh, this is a known issue. You're running this. And I'm like, ah. So maybe that's it. And so I turn it off. So we'll see what happens. If not, I'm just gonna have to reinstall OBS, but hopefully that fixed it. I don't know. There's a lot of variables it could be, so. But yeah. But yeah, I switched some stuff around last stream, and so now Twitch is just not working, so I have to switch it back, in theory. So what am I working on? I've been working on new cards. So I think I'm gonna pick another one. I think I'm trying to do at least 2 of each type of card for the beta content, just so I have something in there, right? If someone, you know, at some point does feel like they want to pay for my stuff, I want there to be something there, right? Yeah. So I'm just trying to have a few of each card. Currently, let's show you. Currently, I have, we've added the Stone Golem, the Reckless Spellblade, the Graveyard, the River, and the Church of the Radiant Dawn. So I think I'm gonna add one more structure and then maybe a spell. I already think there's too many spells in game. But maybe something more interesting. I do like the idea of, was it Arcane Barrier? Basically acts as a hero structure or land, and then you can place units on it. So it's basically a spell that acts like a deployable hero, just to tank some hits, basically. Divination's kind of cool too. Shows you some of the old god cards. You know, so there's some cooler spells in here. So maybe I'll try importing one of them, but I don't think I need 2 more spells. Just probably 1 more structure and 1 more spell, and then that'll be enough for beta content. And then probably the next patch. Cool indeed. Indeed. Yeah. So that's the main dealio. And then maybe some play testing if I get bored of drawing. So yeah, that's the current plan. So I think I'll probably start with, I'm thinking the Embassy, which allows you to play cards on your on other players' play space, and then it has an ability that lets you just play a card. There's a few other options. There's Unstable Soulbind, which I don't really know what that would even look like. Probably needs a rename. Basically allows you to it basically prevents anything from dying, right? It might be kind of a complicated thing though. It prevents stuff from dying, and then if it but it costs like a bunch of units per turn to keep active. So I'd have to figure out how to word that though. have a few unnamed structures. One's allows you to change attack priority of monsters, which I think is kind of cool. Structure, let's see. Oh, bridge, but with triggered effects. It's cool, but not cool enough for me to want to add it first. Airship is kind of a cool idea where it allows you to place a structure not on land, essentially. Witch's Hut also could be really cool because it allows you your triggered effects to be placed on any card. Or units generated by triggered effects. It's really niche, but I think it's kind of a really cool idea. So, but I think Embassy is maybe one of the best options. So, this would have to be on any of your cards. Let's do Embassy, I guess. We'll have to look up what an Embassy will actually look like. Been doing a little bit of trying to change out my title and thumbnail again too. I think the thing might just be dead though. I might not be getting enough views for it to even pick back up, but it's really hard to say. I don't know how dead it is. It's getting like maybe like 100 impressions a day, which unless I get a really, really intriguing title and thumbnail, I don't think I'm gonna get a bunch of views. Which is kind of my fault for not just framing the thing correctly, but I see ya in 5 years comment section. Exactly. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It might pop off randomly at some point, but might just I'm shocked YouTube doesn't have a better way of A/B testing that stuff. It does as an A/B test thumbnail thing, but the problem is it only shows how much watch time the thumbnail gives you rather than what your click-through impression rate is, which is pretty dumb. Yeah, but why not title test too? That also. Yeah, you think you could do like a combo, like change combos of stuff. The only way to A/B test it is just, you know, putting it in there manually. Google Ads does that. Yeah. Honestly, the biggest thing they could do, because honestly, I don't think it needs a A/B test, like, well, I mean, maybe it does need an A/B test feature, but one of the best things it could do is, let's just do this. Give me a second. I'll show you. Personally, my phone's blowing up, apparently. Because they did something on one of these. Reach. Here we go. Okay, it doesn't even show it anymore, but one of the things that I think would be cool to do is if they had, like, whenever you changed the thumbnail, to show where it was changed, like on what date, right? Because they do it with other graphics. They did it with like the thumbnail test, but if you cancel the test, it deletes the thing, which is stupid. So they do it like analytics. They do it here, right? It's like, oh, you released a short, or you know, whatever. So it'd be cool if it like marked when you change your title. I'm just gonna have to do that with a spreadsheet, honestly. Is basically what that boils down to. Like $1 trillion company, that's too much to ask. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know why it always takes so freaking long for like features to be pushed out on these kind of things. But shrug. I don't know. I mean, like, arguably though, I'm still not doing horrible. Like, I'm still getting, what is this? In the last 28 days, I've still gotten, you know, 2,700 views. So like, I can't really complain about that. I mean, a lot of that's shorts, which, you know, kind of don't count toward everything. Made $4.30, so that's exciting. Not total, but this month, or in the last 28 days. So, I mean, my average view is going up, right? And eventually that will just get bigger and bigger the more stuff I do. So, again, can't really complain too much. Trying to look on the bright side of things, because obsessing over some of it is not great for my mental health. It is stressing me out. So, here we are. Okay. All that said, let's draw a new card. Let me look up what an embassy might look like. Very lame buildings in modern day. I looked up medieval embassy. Mostly just scrolling through stuff. Let's make sure there's nothing weird on page 1. Okay. You gotta be careful with YouTube. Or not YouTube, whatever. Well, dude, gotta go. I have to work, but I just wanted to say, yo. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. It's cool having you. Have fun with work. And I believe in you, you know? All right. I feel like just like a building, right? That's all an embassy's gonna be. I kind of like this sort of look. Yeah, it's literally just a building, right? There's no like defined look for what an embassy is. So we'll keep that in mind. Thanks, dude. See, thanks, dude. See you. Ah, God, I can't read. Thanks. See you, dude. You too. There we go. Words. Okay. I felt like half the results though are in Minecraft, like Minecraft images. It's funny. Okay. Just a building is what we're drawing. Let's we need the image template. Card layout, templates, this thing, BEP. Yo, what's up, Prussia? Guten Tag. All right, so let's think here. I'm just gonna do a gray background because it's more pleasing to look at. Yeah. Okay. Adjust my chair. There we go. Guess maybe I need to adjust my camera a bit. I'm on my phone, so I can't type fast and can't work on WT. Yeah, just checking in. Yo, well, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you, yeah, appreciate you stopping by and saying hey. Just doing more card art. Although I think, maybe like 1 or 2 more card arts and I'll probably be done with this for a little bit while I work on some other stuff. But just drawing some more buildings, doing an embassy building. What that looks like exactly, I don't know. We're all gonna figure that out together. I think I'm the only person watching the stream except you. Pretty much, yeah. We had Josh in here. And now it's just you at this point. Sometimes there's slow days. A lot of time Maximus is here. But or like one other person, like YZ drops by, or I'm blanking on his name now. There's a few other people who drop by every now and then, you know. Maximus is by far the most consistent. You're probably currently the second most consistent right now. But that's kind of just being a small streamer, right? You're gonna have highs and lows of people joining and not joining. That's all there is to it, really. I don't think this is quite the perspective I want. I kind of want like a low angle. Like I'm on the street view, right? And I'm looking at this building. Is kind of how I want it to be, right? Trying to think how to do that. But yeah, the biggest goal for today is just trying to make sure that the stream doesn't crash, because that would be nice for once. I'm trying to think how to do this perspective-wise. Here's where you grab some shapes. I literally bought like children's blocks. Actually, they're like geometric math blocks or something. I don't know. So sometimes it's nice to like look at it and then look at the perspective. Like if you're, that's not gonna work very well on the camera, but sometimes it can really help to give you better perspective, especially if you take it and then you take like your phone camera and then you know, and then you can kind of get a better perspective, try to figure out how the perspective works. Let's see if I can illustrate this. I'll show you. All right, let's make sure that uploads to the cloud. Okay. And then we can go to photos. This is a little just drawing life hack. So you can do this, right? Now we kind of have a better perspective, like pretending that this is the building, right? Now we can literally go like this. This might not be exactly what I'm looking for, but we can, I didn't do that right. Copy image, paste. It is 3,000 times more massive than this card. PvV, I leave the stream and you just talk to yourself for half an hour until the stream crashes again. Pretty much, yep. It's pretty much how it works. Yeah, you can have perspective like that. Easy peasy. Pretty much how streaming works. A lot of talking to yourself when you're a little guy, you know. But now we can use these lines, right, to actually, maybe we just leave it as is, but we can use these lines to kind of infer sort of the perspective, right? It's basically vanishing point perspective, right? Here's another cool tool. Lazy Nezumi. What we can do is we gotta hook the window. And it locks in. Doop doop. There we go. And then we want parallel lines. And we can do let's match this. Right? You can kind of see how that all aligns. So that's cool, like heuristic method, right? To doing perspective. If you don't want to, do it a different way. I really should just learn perspective better. I should just take like a class or watch a YouTube video, but here we are. Turn that off. So now we can hide this. We can watch my disappearance trick. Okay, bye. See ya, Prussia. See you around. At least I assume that's what you mean. Okay. Now we can kind of, this is our perspective. Can't spell. Whatever, good enough. Sketch. Buddy, you really need to stop with that. No more pushing it. As your first and final warning. I was just setting up a funny story. Yeah, no, I don't want to be like, you know, no one can have fun and say any jokes, but let's keep it away from things that are gonna get anyone banned. Let's not dance around the dance around the ban filters, right? Let's not do that. Womp womp. Yeah, sorry, bud. So the other thing, I guess it just vanishes backward, right? You kind of get like a smidge of a outline here. That's a joke, lads. Indeed. Yeah, let's try not to get anyone banned. Me, you, or anyone else. Yeah, I guess this is just 2-point perspective, right? Now I'm thinking about it, like the other portion of the perspective is going this way. Literally, why am I not just using the tool that I have? Beautiful. Okay, don't need that anymore. Let's have a, we probably want a staircase in the front. We want this kind of look, not regal, but expensive. It's a, you know, government building, an embassy, if you will. Gotta have columns on a government building, of course. Guess the stairs would have to be like so, right? They'd have to be... kinda... Can't draw. Ah, okay, we're fine. Kind of looks like a stage at this point, but... I feel like the perspective is going to end up being a little bit weird because I guess the stairs might need to be smaller, right? Just based on the size of the building. I don't know, we'll see. I guess rounder shapes are probably not a bad thing though, because it kind of helps to, like, rounder is usually friendlier shapes, right? Whereas like angular or whatever is more aggressive looking. Like when you think about like sports cars or something like that, right? They're always more angular and aggressive. Whereas like, you know, your nice friendly car, like a Camry is, you know, very smooth and rounded. So when it comes to, you know, this kind of thing, an embassy is supposed to be a friendly thing, right? So making it more soft looking is probably a good idea. It's weird to talk about a building looking soft, but you know, here we are. Sometimes sometimes things are things, you know. Kind of want, I guess, windows, right? We'll have the holy stack of 2 wooden children's cubes. Exactly. I mean, but look though, right? It's the right perspective, you know? It works out. And obviously this is just the sketch at this point. So we'll end up much more what am I trying to say? It's gonna, you know, obviously details and stuff. It's just the construction, right? Like if you're drawing a person, you start with, you know, basic shapes, right? You know, you draw their hips and whatever, and then you know, connect the shoulder joints and all that kind of stuff, right? It's construction lines, just using some, you know, just cubes. Works great. Would recommend. I'm no architect though, unfortunately. As a ministry or Smith, just some random guess. It's gonna be the embassy. Also, welcome, Maximus. How you doing? We're doing some, yeah, just drawing some, another building, of course. More structures. Yeah, I was trying to say embassy, but forgot what the actual card was. Although the Ministry of X could be a cool structure too. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we just been drawing here. I used a trick to do perspective. I just took some pictures of wooden blocks. And then, you know, kind of draw over that. The Royal Embassy of Idtopia, or like Idaho, or Ideal. Yeah, I just keep our Lord and Savior has appeared. Yeah, there we go. Blocks. It is super helpful. Would recommend if you're struggling with perspective. Idotopia. I feel like, yeah, these stairs need to be like much more stair-like. And by stair-like, I mean smaller, because perspective and whatnot. Makes the building look bigger if they are. Ministry of Education lets the card draw another card. Sorry. Yeah, see, I'm not even reading. You know, so it's really interesting. I'll go on a tangent in a second. Let me read your thing first. Ministry of Education lets you discard a card to draw another one with a cost, either a effect that lets you do it once per turn, or an ability cost, or an ability with a cost. That'd be cool. That's I could definitely see that. A joke on fictional land, but idiots. Ah, idiots. Idiotopia. There you go. What am I trying to say? Yeah, no, honestly, I'm just realizing how freaking dyslexic my brain is. I honestly like thought that um I thought that like I guess I'm realizing how like compensated I am in life for it, right? Like I've been able to kind of get away with not being like appearing dyslexic, right? Thanks, but I gotta go now. Bye. All right, see ya, Prussia. I don't know, just really interesting because like streaming has really made me realize how like not bad it is, right? But like how much I'm actually like compensating for it. And what my compensation actually is, right? Like what I'm actually doing with my like what my brain is actually doing, right? Because really like I read a lot of stuff that isn't there, right? And so that's just my brain assuming what I should be reading, right? I mean, you can read allegedly, but you have to try much harder than other people, right? Yeah, exactly, right? But the thing is, I read a lot that's not there. And I think that's like one way I compensate, right? Is that I assume yeah, like I assume what what should be there or what I think would be there when I'm reading rather than actually reading what's there. I did look that up and that is, you know, pretty common, right? You want rounded windows or I guess rounded. So I don't know, just kind of interesting. But yeah, it's streaming's taught me a lot about myself, you know. Realize how much I'm actually, you know, compensating for it. Just, you know, existing. I think it might be 4 windows instead of 3. There should be some different flags on the ministry. Just saying, I was thinking the same thing. And maybe actually they should be like up here, right? Like waving down. Should they be flags or banners? Because they could be like banners hanging here, or I guess we could have like flags. Like flags might be cooler. Although banners feels more fantasy, I guess. Freaking embassy, yeah. Let me do that in a layer over here just so we can... So yeah, either... Should emphasize the flags and make it look more like an actual embassy. It should... Okay, sorry, flags. I'd focus more on the flags and it should make more... Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Flags definitely does sell the embassy sort of look. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what the It's like, what does an embassy look like, right? But it's a lot of flags. That is the defining factor between an embassy. Because if you look up Google search just embassy, it's like, here's a square building. We'll do like maybe six flags, not like the... That was gonna be a joke that you wouldn't understand. There's a theme park called Six Flags. Not like Six Flags, the theme park. Yeah, we'll make them pretty big. And I think the way I'm going to really emphasize them is they're going to be like the most colorful thing. Everything else is going to be kind of gray. Maybe brick. I don't know, I'm trying to draw them so nicely. It's a sketch. I can make it look a little nicer later on. Although I'm going to do it a little bit better than that. Just get a better perspective. And then maybe some banners here, you know? Something like that. And again, this is a sketch, so let's just make our lives easy. Oop. Oh god, what have I done? Just that. Let me do like just a line here, line here, line here, line here. There we go. But yeah, good call on the flags. That really sells it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I need to learn 2-point perspective better. Obviously the little building block trick worked, but I should probably know how to do that without the trick itself. Trying to decide how like rounded of a building I want this to be. I think that's cool. Like very government looking building. What do we think on like what this should be named? Should it just be called Embassy, or Should we give it... What do we think about the lore, you know? Because we could easily call it, like, Osgathian Embassy, but I really don't want to, like, lean into calling everything Osgathian, right? We could create another sort of, title, I guess, but... Because right now we only have 2 real nations, or like, I guess not 2 nations, but we have the elves and we have the humans, but the humans are all kind of under the Osgathian Empire kind of thing. It'd be interesting to come up with something more for that. I don't know what these windows are. They're terrible looking. There we go. I really don't know how to draw buildings. I don't really know if there should be like multiple places that have like lots of stories, but Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that these need to be like tiny. That might look better. And obviously less windows. I think that's good enough. Maybe move everything over just a smidge. There we go. Maybe make this like a river here. Oops. Give me a second. I think I'll hit the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Let's do this. We're gonna need line smoothing today. Just one of those kind of days. Okay. All right, flags are in place. There we go. There we go. That's looking good. Perspective's slightly off, but I don't know how much I care, if I'm being honest. Sometimes it doesn't matter that much. Obviously, if you pay enough attention, you can tell, but it's like, does it really matter? Probably not. Stream's still going. Although, of course, as we learned last time, it doesn't mean anything. Seeing as it's okay with crashing 2 hours in. Guess we shall see. All right. Honestly, line art, there's just nothing to talk about. I'm just drawing lines. I'm tracing right now. Sick, right? Sick tracing skills. And arguably, wouldn't even say they're that sick. Tracing skills are mediocre. It's coming together, though. It's looking like an embassy, I'd say. I want this one to be a little bit closer because that guy is a little too close to the edge for me. There we go. And while it's not perfectly uniform, the style thankfully lends itself to things that wouldn't normally look great. Because it's okay if it's a little bit messed up. But I think that's kind of all art though too. Like, you can't be too obsessive about it. Because it's art and it doesn't need to be perfect. Otherwise, go find a picture or whatever. I don't know. Phone just wants to be blown up today, I guess. Woot. Woot woot. Just vooting around. There we go. Just gotta keep checking, making sure my stream's not dead. I really probably should stop talking about that because I just keep bringing it up. But, you know, I'm paranoid about it. What do you want from me? I guess this should be said at some point. Probably not going to be, and by probably, I mean definitely not going to be streaming on Friday. Got stuff going on, so Thanksgiving and all. So, what the heck is going on with my dice? Oh, there we go. Jeez, that was weird. So no stream Friday, but here we are. Got friends and family in town, so no stream for me. I was tempted to do like a really long stream today, but it's not a heck of a lot of people on, so maybe I could. I don't know. Just a thought. But yeah, really depends on if we get busier on stream here or not. Because it could be fun just to hang for like an extra bit because I won't be here on Friday, so who's to say? There we go. I think it's looking pretty decent. It's funny because shading, or not shading, with like the sketch, it always looks just like slightly better, but I think it's because it almost looks like the shading, right? Like it looks like shadows and stuff like that. I don't think that's always why that is, but you know, that is a common thing people talk about. How your sketch looks nice and then your final piece looks not great. And part of that is just your brain interpreting things in certain ways, whereas it's harder to simplify stuff. You can leave a lot to the imagination to fix your problems for you. But yeah, I think it's looking pretty cool. Nice building, thanks. What's up, Gladiator? How you doing? This is the Embassy card. Just lots of drawing lately. It's just fun. It's a change of pace. I do think I want to do more mechanic stuff again soon, although honestly art is better with all the potential stream crashes. So who/what is the envoy of the god of entropy? So this is the player cards. So it is a embassy between nations. not with Entropy itself. Because there's multiple, like, human nations, there's an elven nation, that kind of thing. Very, you know, medieval fantasy universe. Can't negotiate with Mr. Entropy. Aw, no, not really. Not as of yet. He is a destructive force. I do have to get into that lore more at some point, but you know, that's a low priority thing though, because the game's mostly mechanics based, right? The lore is kind of just a fun little bit at the end. a little extra bit, right? I do try to pay attention to it a little bit, right? Like, it's not like I don't have any lore, but because I do like the lore element, and storytelling is kind of one of the things I like to do. But for this game, the lore doesn't necessarily matter as much as the gameplay. But it's fun to, like, kind of brainstorm. And then there's, you know, there's definitely themes that are carried out between cards. And that kind of just been, like, the lore kind of gets implied as we go. Which I think is a fun way to do it too, right? Like, it kind of just evolves as you do it. It's not, you know, going to make the most captivating story ever, but this isn't really the story, right? It's more the lore, right? The backstory, if you will. So it's just kind of like you're finding the story in the images, really, is kind of how it all works. I might do 5 here instead. Yeah. Yeah, if I were coming up with an actual story, I would, you know, start story first and not just, you know, draw random cards with random mechanics, but this game was kind of created on the fly to start, so and it's not really particularly lore heavy, right? Ooh, back. And the MC's looking good. Yeah, look at that. It's coming together. Which I think the embassy is done here, right? Let's... Yeah, the embassy itself is done. I just need to decide to have, like, little extra buildings in the background. Yeah, welcome back. Heard you say something, say the game isn't lore heavy. If someone actually submitted a lore heavy based game to a game jam, I'd ban them forever. Ban them from ever entering. I mean, I guess it depends. Like, for a trading card game, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Unless if it's like, you know, somehow the gameplay is based around lore, right? But yeah, that would be a little A little wild. But like, you know, if you're talking about like a video game jam, I've definitely seen some that are like more story based, right? I guess that's not necessarily lore, right? Lore, I guess, implies that it's backstory, right? Sort of, kind of thing. Like extra story. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of time lore is just implied, right? That's kind of how this is. All implied story. To be honest, I like implied lore way more. Yeah, honestly, it can be cool. I mean, that's how like Dark Souls worked, right? It was almost, I mean, I guess there was lore, but you know, it's through items and all that kind of stuff, and everyone's like, oh man, it's like such cool lore. It's like, I think it was an afterthought too, right? If I remember correctly. And gameplay mechanics that are affected by lore isn't told to you, but you get it from the mechanics. Yeah. Just trying to think that through. Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, there's definitely a lot of games that run more on implied lore. Like two characters not being synergistic because in lore they hate each other. Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that helps. That helped clarify what you meant. I now understand. Yeah, I guess that's kind of how my game works, right? Like a lot of the synergies, at least I'm trying to do it that way now. A lot of synergies kind of feel lore based. Like the God of War and the barbarians and all that kind of stuff. And the fortress and all that. Well, the planned ones do, but Osgathian Warrior, Necro Altar, kind of weird on lore. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. That is definitely fair. I mean, part of the lore, though, is, I guess, that it's like a conglomerate of people that you wouldn't work together normally because they're trying to prevent the end of the universe. So, an Undying Warrior sounds pretty good. in my so humble opinion. Oh yeah, I was gonna say another card idea, but couldn't before going AFK. Yeah, I was gonna say you did mention one that I should write down. This one. Let's we'll throw it in here for now. Ministry of Food and Agriculture gets to redo unit phase for card discard cost. So like you could redo unit phase during attack phase. Essentially. Or I guess during even the enemy's phase could be interesting. Honestly, both of these probably should go in. I'll put these in my ideas folder, or my ideas area, rather than my and we'll come back to that once we have it like more fleshed out. But yeah, this is more fleshed out stuff, whereas the other stuff's more ideas. That is cool. Yes, do unit phase twice in a way, but pay cards. Yeah, that'd be cool. Things should ferment in ideas longer before going into beta, so they can run even longer to turn into fine wine. Exactly. Okay. I guess we'll draw the clouds. I think the smoke might be one day I'm gonna learn how to draw clouds. I think I overthink it too. It's part of it. Oh, Maximus, did I show you the, wait, sorry, hold on. You still being able to draw things sometimes makes it feel a lot better. Yeah, for sure. Did I show you the info card things that I made? I don't think I did. I think you weren't here for that. I made these so we can have you misinterpreted my entire previous sentence. 2, no, you did not show me. Yeah. You still being unable to draw things sometimes makes me feel, oh, draw. Yeah, I was thinking draw card. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I honestly didn't even register what you said. I just said it out loud. I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Yes, unable to draw things like clouds. Yeah. I was wholeheartedly not paying attention to what you said. I was like, oh yeah, let me read this and then get to my other point. But yeah, no. The info cards look good though. Yeah, so those will be nice to have on the board. But yeah, no, I can't draw clouds. Honestly, I can't draw a lot of things. I'm arguably not that good, and I feel like this style does help me in a way that it is built around my strengths, right? So that's part of it, right? Like the style works with what I'm good at. So yeah, I don't know. Just me rambling. There it is. I definitely do like the little smoke coming off the buildings, but I think that's gonna be done in color. Also on the whole rules and clarity and etc. of the game, I played Munchkin the other day, and oh my god, the game was so terrible to understand. I actually, I think I played that once, and I was like, yeah, does this interact this way, or how is that? Yeah, it's definitely, yeah, if you have to leave things up to interpretation, you're doing it wrong. Some of the proportions are like kind of messed up here, but it took like 20 minutes of rules reading and someone explaining the game to us, and we had someone who played before also playing with us. Oh, and yeah, okay. And people still had random weird questions to ask, like, can I play this like this? Yeah. That's funny. That is quite funny. They, yeah, I only played it once, and I didn't totally, yeah, it wasn't, it kind of started to make sense as I was playing it, but I don't know, I remember it being kind of confusing. I think we're going for mostly gray here. It's actually not that, I'm assuming it's complex, but the rule book is a terrible mess of words and text. Ah, and yeah. Well, that was the goal with the rule book, obviously, was to make things as simple as possible. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully people who read the rule book understand it, but I was watching, there's another guy who does like he's like making his own card series, kind of like I am. And one of the things he pointed out, he's like, oh yeah, here's like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh's like how to play rulebook, and they really do look like just, they don't look like a board game rulebook, right? They just look like I don't know, like documentation, right? There's no pictures, nothing. So that is kind of interesting. Why does this be the same color? Kind of want it to be more like, it's gonna be too dark. I want this color, but maybe a little more orangish, a little bit darker, like that color. But yeah, so I thought that was interesting, that like seeing the Pokemon rule books and that kind of stuff. I was like, I actually hadn't looked at that before. Yeah, and sometimes even the best games can make the worst decisions. Very true. Not false whatsoever. Yeah, what was there's something I was literally looking at earlier today, and I was like, why is this way? What game was it? I can't remember. I have a feeling that I'm just going to be doing a lot of hand coloring on this one, because my line art is kind of more intricate than it normally is here, because there's a lot more detail, because it's a closer up on a building rather than a sort of far away image. So here we are. Yeah, I guess all this. And I kind of got to decide what is what color also. So we're not using the old bucket tool. I probably could do it a bit more, but whatever, it's okay. Hand coloring. Doing it live. Oh, like, oh my god, how much I hate the whole Magic cards don't say what haste or death touch means. You just gotta know that thing. Yeah, that's true. That's like where it's like better as a digital format, right? Because like you look at Slay the Spire or something and it tells you, it doesn't tell you, but you hover over it and then it tells you in the tooltip. Like, it makes sense why they have it, because the game is so big at this point that it's like you almost have to with how many mechanics there are, but still. And there are other documentation on like how cards interact with each other is kind of crazy too. You're like, well, how does this interaction work? Well, if you look up subsection 78 of section B, then you'll see clearly it says the cards neutralize each other and do nothing. And that stuff's like real documentation. It almost looks like legal legal documentation. It's kind of crazy. I think it's both really cool and terrible all at the same time that Magic is perfectly deterministic in its interactions. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think it's definitely cool, but it also yeah, it also is just so complex, which is, I mean, part of what makes it fun, right? Because you have subsets of subtext of rules and fine print. Yeah, it's kind of a lot. You really shouldn't have to like stop your game midway to check the rules and clarify stuff like that. But when it's as big as it is, it's unsurprising that that happens, right? Yeah, I mean, like, that whole thing is kind of like one of the biggest things I was working on in Soul, right, was just to minimize the amount that you're playing the game, or like minimize the amount of like times you need to be stopping and looking at rules or that kind of thing, because that interrupts gameplay. In my case, it was interrupting, you know, role play, but you also can interrupt gameplay with just copious amounts of rules. I think I might have just realized the reason I have trouble drawing clouds is because I'm not visualizing them correctly. Because they are 3D objects, right? My brain keeps trying to envision them as a 2D object. And so potentially I just need to start thinking of them as like spheres, right? Like a conglomerate of spheres. In D&D, I like doing something similar to my players. Like, I hate it when... I like doing something to my players. Like, I hate it when you need to use an integral calculus to find which spell deals more damage on average. Yeah, right. My like biggest example, or like biggest thing I like to think about is like some of those like innate rules that just aren't great. Like, oh, like how much fall damage do I take if I fall from here? It's like, you don't need to look that up. You can just make a good guesstimate on what that would do. Besides, the fall damage in D&D doesn't make any sense. It makes sense for like maybe early level players, but once you get to like hero level, whatever, it's like, all right, this doesn't make any sense anymore. Honestly, I might need to take off my my gloves. They're kind of bothering me. Also, on role-playing games, I love not telling players things about things that make them guess. Yeah, or making them guess. Yeah. Honestly, that's the one thing I really was excited for with the roll-off system with soul. Because it's always fun to roll things and then the players don't know what's happening. So one of the cool parts about the roll-off system is any sort of check that a player could do, they don't even know if they succeed until after they sort of find out the results, right? So, you know, you have a hidden contested roll. So, like, say your players are sneaking through something, and the guard rolls perception, and the player rolls stealth, and you don't actually know if the guard perceived you or not. And then so you continue through with your actions as if you did. And then you find out later whether the guard actually saw you or not. Because you can know how well you did, but you never know how well the NPC did. Like they'll be in a dungeon and one will cast a spell and I'll roll for noise, but they won't know I'm doing that. Absolutely terrifying them. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's the kind of cool part about the idea of doing the roll-off system is you're constantly having that, right? And they just don't know what the result will be until it actually, you know, you role play it out. All right, let's save because I'm saving a while. I need a brick color. It's this, but like more brownish, maybe? Too red. Oh wait, it's because it's the wrong color. That's better. Import brick PNG to make sure. And that's pretty decent. Maybe a smidge more red, smidge lighter. That's good enough for me, honestly. You know what? We are just gonna cheaply fill this in, and then, oh god, can't fill in the sky though. All right, and then we're just gonna correct it. Yeah, I was tempted to actually just grab PNG and do it. Although sampling color from stuff like that sometimes doesn't actually work as well as you'd hope. We're gonna just cheaply fill it. Oh, frogs start raining. Yeah. Have you seen that one where it's like this little there's like an animated short about that where it's like I wonder if I can find it. You probably have seen it, but it's giving me all tutorial stuff. There's like this little meme where it's like this guy and he's like doing the line art and then he does the fill tool and it just like it fills everything and it starts like filling the entire world. It's pretty funny. I couldn't find it though. It's super funny, but you'll never know. Maybe I'll look for it after stream and just post it in memes. Or off topic. Because we don't really have a memes thing. which I could potentially consider in our server, but I'm just really not a memes guy. I'm being honest. I will never know, sigh. Not once, not never will you know. I can probably do this, though. If it doesn't have a memes channel, all the more reason to post memes in general. True. Yeah, I don't really want that. Not something I want. Good call. So maybe I do that then. Although really it just isn't enough traffic on the Discord server to even matter about anything, really. Because I hardly know what to post in like half the time anyway. And it's my server. I was just trying to see if I can find it again. Okay, never mind. Images you make a meme. Imagine, not images. Imagine you make a meme channel and like 246 people join. I know, leave me alone. 246 people join in, post a few memes, and leave. I mean, that'd be something, right? I can't read. I was like reading it 4 times, like this sentence doesn't make sense. It's like, because I'm not reading correctly. Or at all, to be truthful. I'm reading the first four words and then giving up halfway through. 4 words, 4 letters. There we go. Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out for streaming, you know? You should pay someone to be the actual face of the stream while you're the one actually doing everything. There you go, there's an idea. Honestly, I might just need to set it up so I can like do like a text to speech for everything. Oh, that's like only works for so long, I feel like. That eventually gets eventually doesn't work, right? It's not scalable. You have like 20 people in chat and it's just reading every single message. It's like, all right, this isn't gonna work. Put insanely realistic makeup on them and make them look creepily similar to you. Let's put my brother on. Me and him look the same. The day you start reading it right is the no day. No, it's not you. Yep. I wonder if I'll get better, you know? I wonder if I'll start getting better at reading it right as I, you know, continue doing things, getting better at it. Honestly, one thing I wonder if it would help is if I get rid of this light right here. Because I am kind of looking into a light when I read, which doesn't really help anything. So that might also be a factor. Make it better, but fun, semi-related fact. Some speech impediments are best cured by entirely ignoring it and acting like the person is speaking entirely normally. True. Yeah. I guess that's fair. Yeah, I probably should stop bringing attention to the fact that I'm dyslexic, although, you know, here we are. Because that kind of, I guess, you know, is an excuse, right? What color should the dome be? I didn't think this far ahead. Blue? Osgathian blue? You should trademark Osgathian blue. I should. I feel like Osgathian blue is also a color for something else. No, it's actually not a soul color, is it? I don't think these are the same color. No, they're not. I guess it's not. It may have been the old soul intelligence color, but I think it changed. No, I guess it's just been this. That's the road. This is, I guess the embankment will be like that, and then the... And then this will be water, I think. Which I guess is just going to start with the old Osgathian blue as well. Wait, you actually have a color named Osgathian blue? Is that just excessively cool? Or... Wait, that is excessively cool and dumb. It's not actually called Osgathian blue, but it is the color I use for the blue like all the Osgathian stuff. I did not officially name it that, but it is unofficially named that because that is the color that they use. for all other Oscar. I basically made my own color palettes, right? I typically use them. It's all from my comic color palette. Every now and then I diverge from it when I need a color, like, you know, brick, but I could rename it Osgathian Blue. I do kind of want to redo my color palette slightly because it uses some colors outside of it, but I didn't want to say anything, but I'm kind of hating the red. I thought it'd get better, but still not gotten any better. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Maybe we should get brick.png. I can always change it. It's not like that big of a deal. It's gonna look better with shading and stuff, but yeah, maybe it can. Is it just because it's brick, or like, is the red in general bad? Should it be more like official looking, like it's more all made out of stone? Or is it just that the brick is bad looking? Brick also needs kind of variation. I'm so unsure. Let's try this. Let's look up brick PNG. We're not gonna do it there. I'm just gonna pull up on the side. I guess brick is more orange. I mean, I guess it depends on what brick you're looking at. Let's see this. As we trail off into the distance. I mean, that's more brickish. But I don't like that anymore. I like that less. It's a big deal. I'm unsubscribing and reporting you for harassment. That's fair. Let's do this. This is the way to do this. Image, adjustments, color replace. We want to replace this color. And we don't really want to shift the hue too much, I don't think. Yo, what up, Sabrina? Maybe in between the OG brick and the real brick. Yeah, let's just change. First of all, it needs to be lighter. Friend of Nintendo, yo, you said Nintendo. I already read that. Capitol building. Yeah, embassy. Yes, close. It's a pretty good guess. We need more orange. There we go. It's maroonish. I don't know, I'm trying to play around with the colors here. I'm not really sure I love it. Maximus hates it. He hates everything I do, you know? He doesn't even like me anymore. He said he was gonna unsubscribe, so. What's up with you, Sabrina? Can I just change the result to like a color? It's weird that you can do that, but it doesn't look anything like. Same old, same old, same old. Same old, same. That's fair. It's a disco building, rave building. Dome makes me think of the gold dome in ATL. True, 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 true. All right, let's try one other thing. What if we just make it gray? I didn't mean to do that. The brownish colors have looked the best to me so far. Yeah, true. It just a less. I mean, what if let's just toy with this a little bit more. More orange. Maybe a smidge lighter. Maybe a smidge less saturated. That's not gonna be quite right, I don't think. It's maybe better. Or neon pink, true. I just looked at building on Googs. They're all gray stone. Yeah, that was my other thought. Like, what if we just do a different variation, like a lighter? Let's try this. Let's do something like this. I mean, that does look better, arguably, or maybe inarguably. I don't know. I think you're probably right. Right? I mean, is that it? I mean, technically there's no fixed way an embassy should look. Yeah, for sure. But it's what your brain thinks when you see it, right? True that. Yeah, also gray looks so much better with a lighter gray. Yeah. Cool. We're running it. Let me just... No, that's too white. Too blue. I was playing around for a second. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Now we just have to go through and actually fix this. Unfortunately, that means drawing over this and then filling it back in because it is like right on the line. It's gonna be impossible to fix otherwise. Yeah, I figured I'd draw this and then draw one more spell, and then probably the rest is going to be... Well, I'm probably not going to have anything on Friday. I think I said this already. I don't know if anyone was here when I said it, but not going to do anything Friday on the account of Thanksgiving. I was tempted to go for a bit longer here, just for the fun of it, but kind of depends on if everyone wants to hang out for longer than normal. But yeah, no stream on Friday, so keep that in mind. But yeah, that definitely looks a lot better. I think the red's okay. Well, I might change that to be a little more brickish, but for the other buildings, but yeah, definitely agree that this looks better than the alternative. And the old color. Of course, it's kind of a pain to fix, but you know, here we are. Okay. I think the road is darker than I want it to be too, though. I want it to be dark, but not that dark. Because I think it's gonna be like cobblestone. Yeah, it's a little better. Oh yeah, Sabrina, you'll appreciate this if you're still here. I remember how I got those wooden blocks. This is how this this image started. Just to get the perspective. I thought that was fun. So let's use the wooden blocks to create in the perspective. Little life hack. Nice, yeah. Yep. Reference always helps. So true. So very true. This one's intricate one. It's taking a lot to get it all colored in. Alright, let's get these flags colored. I guess we'll start with flag poles. Maybe do them. You're gonna need to do some fantasy flags too. Yeah. Do I bother coming up with nation flag designs, or do I just color them just different colors? I also suggest looking at some much older flags as they got much more crazy designs. Yeah. Speaking of colors that aren't on the color palette, let me... Actually, you know what? It's right here. I'm being silly. I wanted the gold. Do we do that in gold? It's almost too bright. Maybe it is a different color. Let me pull up the heroes. I want cleric. Yeah, it's a duller color. I don't know if I want gold on this. This might be... No, it helps it stand out a little more. Yeah, I gotta decide if I actually want to design a bunch of flags or if... how much I care, you know? Especially when this is gonna be like... Especially with these, it's gonna be like a few pixels big, right? God, I'm gonna keep seeing like just some off-colored pixels hanging out in here. For now, let's just do some base colors. Well, it'll be Oscathian blue, of course. This is where we look at some of our previous cards. Let's pull up Dexterous. Because, yeah, we've got, you know, Oscathia. Mages are like the... I guess the holy whatever is gold and white, mostly. There's also some red and blue in there, but I think gold and white would be the other one. They're probably the other most, like, I don't know, biggest thing in the human nation, right? Although I was thinking about it, maybe there should also be multiple human nations. Like, I need to come up with a few other ones. I think it'd be cool to have, like, an ice nation of some sort, like one that lives in the cold. Not to be confused with, like, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Water nation that lives in the ice. But, you know. We also have, like, obviously we have elves. Elves kind of have this light green aesthetic for most of their stuff. I mean, they're definitely green, right? One of these greens. I guess the lighter one. Maybe I'll just do some, like, sort of sketchiness on some of these flags, and then if I ever change any of it, I can just go back and edit them in here. This is a structure card, yes? It is. It is indeed. 'Tis indeed. Who else? There's also the Barbarians, which are red. I guess we'll do the darker, like, blood red one. I feel like they're going to be so small they don't need to be detailed. That's kind of what I was thinking too. Probably just need to be blocks of colors. I might, like, scribble some detail on them. Like, for the holy one, I probably will do, like, I guess I can, you know, draw the whatever god of order and just do, like, something like that. It's not quite good, but yeah, you're totally right. It doesn't really need much. Something like that, you know? Whole scribble goes a long way. General shapes. It's the wrong hand. General shapes. But yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, that looks good. I'll think about the rest of those. Who else do we got? What other nations do we have? That's pretty much it. We've got, like, a magical nation. Sort of. And a unaligned magical sort of group, I guess. And that's about all we have, I think. Which, Jesus. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I don't know, purple? Purple for magic? And then maybe like a light blue for this Ice Nation that I haven't created that's been in my mind for a while. I guess there should be... trying to think this through. Because I have only 5 up here and 6 here. I guess we'll do everything but Oscathia up here. So we'll do all the other colors. Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe just don't do the holy one. Haven't decided on whether the holy sort of thing is its own empire or if it's within every other place. Like if it's a religious nation or if it's just, you know, happens to be a religion that people follow. Boom, boom, boom. So we are getting close. We're at the 2 hour and 50 minute mark. We haven't had a crash yet. Creeping on your page, 117 videos. Yeah, that's kind of insane. I mean, it's all live streams, like 90% of it, right? Don't jinx it. Honestly, I'd rather jinx it and it crash than you know, randomly have the issue and not solve it, you know. All I'm getting at is like hopefully solved it. You never know. Last time it crashed at 2 hours, so it could still happen at any moment, but I kind of don't like how all these colors look right now, but I think once with shading, it's going to be good. And I also need to put some, what am I trying to say? If I put some details on these, I'll probably like it better. Shading and details. I'm def will eventually want your help with figuring out the live stream stuff. I will do my best. I hope it crashes around the same time it's going to crash, so it makes it much easier to identify. I mean, we're already way past when it normally crashes. Normally it crashes at like an hour or 2. And then after that, it crashes like every 10 to 15 minutes afterward. Which... all the blue on one side may be a bit unbalanced. Ah, yeah, the blue, purple, and whatever. That's a good call. Yeah, that's part of it. Maybe if we just swap the outer two. Oh, they are all cool colors. Yeah, I guess you just said that too. All blue on one side, maybe. Red is the only warm tone. Yeah, I mean, maybe we could make the purple one a different color, but well, green's kind of in the middle. Green's kind of could go either way. I think this will look better though. Maybe we can make the purple a redder purple, although I guess, again, we just move red over. So I think that this fixed it, though. That looks a lot better. Yeah, good call. Okay, let's see if we can still come up with a better brick color than this. I mean, they are background buildings, so it really doesn't matter, but... yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna leave them. Maybe I just make them gray. Maybe we just make them dark gray. Call it a day. Or maybe like a tan, like they're like... that is not the right color tan. That feels more gold. I'm thinking almost like a German sort of building. Like gold. I guess it's more of like a cream color, right? That's gonna be too bright. I don't know, maybe this color. We're just gonna keep playing around until I find something I like. Which will maybe is never. Maybe I'll never find something I like. Did not mean to do that. What if we do this and then we do... I don't know, I guess maybe they would just be stone, right? Let's do stone and then take some brown and then like add that to the accents to make it look like stone and wood kind of look. I'm gonna put them in shadow anyway, probably. Like a vignette. So it's not gonna matter too much. Hello, Luna. You wanna be on TV? Cat cam. It's very blown out, but there she is. There is the kitten. The one, the only, the Luna. So stinking cute. She is stinking cute. The stinkiest and the cutest. She's not stinky. I didn't mean it. This card's taking a good long time to draw, huh? Is it still warm enough for the catio? Yeah, she's still using it. She mostly uses it in the morning, though. I don't know if I love that either, but we'll see. We're gonna play around with it. It might come back and change it, but again, I think those are gonna be in shadow, so. All right, let's add some designs to this. I kind of want to do this sort of as like a do like a sword and shield kind of look. Your typical crest sort of symbol. Magic I might do something, I don't know. Actually, there is a god of magic. Let's just do their symbol. And maybe like a, I don't know, a little extra bit. Barbarians. Let's do something like, I don't know, some Thiefs. Just looks like scribbles. Elves, I guess I'll do brown. I don't know what they're gonna be. I don't know anything about the elves other than that they're elves. Maybe a tree. And then the ice people, again, know literally nothing about them. So we're just going to do... a shape. I don't know. Two cubes. What does it mean? I don't know. All right, let's fill in the clouds and shade everything and see how we feel about it. Also, I think I want to change the sky. I'm trying to decide what sky we want it to look like. Probably just the plains one, which is just the light. What am I even doing? It's just the light blue. It's this one. All right, shading time. All right, sun's coming from here, so it's gonna be, actually maybe it could be coming from the front. Probably make more sense as far as visual appeal. We want this. Let's do shadow first. Actually turn to multiply. There we go. Get our more broad shadows first, and then also I might just encompass this entire part in shadow. Like it's in shade. It's a good way to hide your crimes, you know? Alright, and then we'll do a little more focused shadows here. Kind of in the intricate details of everything. Might even use a darker color for this. Should give it some depth. All right, we're still doing okay on the stream, and we are officially past when we normally stop streaming. So we have gone a full entire stream's length of time without it crashing. I would like to think I fixed the problem. I guess we want to do a little bit of a this between the pleats of that, or whatever you want to call it. All right, already liking this much more how it looks. Multiply. Let's open this guy so we can actually get a better idea of what we want this guy to look like. It's amazing what a little bit of shading will do, right? I guess I want to do a little bit on the flags too themselves. Just a little bit behind these guys. And then glad you didn't go with the red. Yeah, for sure. And maybe in some world could have worked out, but if I did the right red. The problem is doing red would have required me to actually make it brick textured, right? Because just a solid brick color doesn't look right. You have to like literally go through and draw each individual brick. So that's really the problem. Oh, damn. I look away for 2 minutes. Yeah. Shading does a lot. Ooh, full city block. Nice. Yeah, so this is the embassy card. Also, welcome, Purple. How you doing? It's doing some shading, and then this card will be complete. A little bit of shading goes a very, very long way, I have learned. Do need to fix some of this, though. There are some leak areas that are leaking. Actually, what I might do is just go like this. Do a new layer here, and then just fill it. And now you'll never know. Waiting at the airport. Happy early Thanksgiving if you celebrate that. Okay. Yep. Nope. I do. I won't be streaming on Friday because I've got some friends in town. So definitely celebrating. Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Looking good. Thank you. Now we just need to add light, which is always more subtle than the shadows. We'll need to do like the clouds and stuff too, but let's start with, I guess we'll just do yellow light. It's usually my go-to. Kind of adds a little bit of, I usually set it to soft light. Again, it's much more subtle. Kind of dapple it, you know. Well, I don't know if that's the color to go with today. Looks good, but I almost wonder if maybe rather than that, we go with like a light blue. Yeah, I think that might be it. Or maybe both. Yellow does make it stand out more is the biggest thing. Let's think about that for a second. Let's move on to the water. God, I don't know why. Okay. Sometimes Photoshop does things that I just don't understand. I almost think, now that I have everything here, I'm almost wondering if Lazy Nizumi still on. Off. If I just bring it down a smidge. Maybe not, I don't know. No, I guess I'll leave it. Bam. Yeah, it's a thing. We'll do a little bit of a vignette. Look at that card. Yeah, look at it. Well, maybe we won't do a vignette. I don't know. Maybe a little bit there. Yeah. All right, we gotta shade the clouds. Nice, thank you. Let's do some cloud shading. Which always helps them to look more 3D. I guess we can just use this layer. Maybe I will do a tiny bit of yellow, but I'm gonna use it really sparingly, I think. I'm gonna rename some of these layers so I don't hate myself later. If I have to come back to this for any reason. Dude, yo, what up, Jess? I think that's pretty good. I think maybe I want a tiny bit of shadow. I guess it's this one. Like here. Along the bottom of this. And this is just like such a thing that no one will ever see, but something that's bothering me is that this doorknob needs to be more circular. And then maybe, just maybe, a smidge of gold on the doorknobs. Is this good? Do we like this? Is it done? Actually, I kind of wanted the road to be like cobblestone-ish, but I don't know if that's just like going overboard. Maybe we can just quickly get some variation in there. Let's save, just because I haven't in a second. It's not enough of a difference. All right, and another gray. Is this something a little more bluish, maybe? Maybe not that bluish. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, it's fine. Should have done this on a separate layer in case I don't like it. Actually, might be getting dangerously close to the end of my playlist. This is the longest I've streamed in a while. Oh no, I still got a while. And we're still streaming. Look at that. Still hasn't crashed. So I think there's a rocking out today. Yeah, this song kind of goes hard. It's one of the new ones on the playlist, or the artist that I have. All right, let's do one more color. Maybe like a light one, like this maybe. That's gonna be too light. I really should have done this on a separate layer rather than drawing this all on my colored layer. So I think the way to do this is we select this layer, we select here, and then we do another layer over it, select the original color, and then we fill that, and then we just kind of tone all of it back with a little bit of A little bit of magic. I like it screened. Ooh, I did not need to do that. I want to brighten it up a smidge. All right, what do we think? Good? Done? Is that it? I suppose I could do maybe like a little bit more darker shadows on the other buildings, but they're kind of not the focus anyway, so it's like whatever. Oh yeah, I likes. Cool. Perfect. I just like that. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, it's done. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Water. And then let's implement it. Because why the heck not? File. Let's export it as a PNG. As the kids say. I don't know. I'm just saying things. Structures, embassy, save. Oh wait, I don't want this. There we go. Yeah, so write it. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And you can tell that there's no cobblestone on the that portion, but I think it looks good. Even without its backing on. Okay. So, here's how we implement a card. We go to the spreadsheet. We import a row below. We make it a structure. We give it one copy. We I guess we just call it embassy. I feel like it needs maybe more flavor text than that. Not by flavor text, I mean a flavor name, if that makes any sense. Like to kind of go along with like the World Alliance Embassy or something. 1-2 words of flavor text. Yeah, like, do you have a paid version of Dexterous? I do, but yeah, I mean, it's like $4. So it's like, sorry, my chair's falling apart. I'm trying to fix it while I'm talking to you. There we go. Oh, and the cat's gone. She's way over here now. Actually, you could probably just see me if I lean over. See her if I lean over. There she is. She's a little black fluff. But yeah, I have a paid version. I probably could have gotten away with not paying for it, but I have two different games, so it's just like, and it's so cheap, and honestly, I'm totally all for supporting them because they're it's a great program. Honestly, it has been pretty life-changing. Makes things so much easier. All right, we have you may play your cards in another player's play space. Let's just make this as clear as we can. On your play phase, you may play your cards in your in any ally play space. In any ally play space, I think. What do you get when you pay versus don't pay? Honestly, it's not a whole lot. The free version, it's mostly storage, I think. Pricing. Storage and like the number of layouts you can have. So number of projects, which are these, right? You only can have 2. And I have like different versions of Armies Against Entropy, so it helps have like version control for me. More layouts. You can still have unlimited components and a gig of storage instead of whatever. It's $6 here, but it was only $4 for me, and they grandfather you into it for forever, from what I understand. So, although you can do a year, and it's like 30% savings, so it's pretty dang worth it. I mean, versus like any other paid for subscription service, I would say this is probably the most bang for my buck I've ever gotten, so I am not complaining. And hell, I'd like to support them if I can, so why not? Because it's like a 2-man team, right? I can get behind that. Okay, on your play phase, you may play your cards in an ally play space. In any ally play space. And then the other part is an ability. So this is maybe too powerful, but I said it probably isn't. It's an ability that costs 10 units and you can play a card. I think that's kind of cool. There's a different way to word this, though. How do we word abilities? Honestly, I'm kind of concerned I'm making too many things abilities now, but... or too many things have abilities, but... abilities do add a lot of interesting stuff, though, so I think it's okay. Remove 10 units from this card. You may play a card. Because we went from no abilities to like more than half of the cards having abilities now, so kind of interesting. It does not have unit spawn. This goes there. Let's upload this. Sorry, for half a second I thought my stream froze again and I was gonna cry. has to keep defaulting to that folder. Cards? Nope. Art. Players. Structures. Embassy. Open. Upload. Copy path. Stuff. Whatever. Paste. And the other important thing to do is go here. Insert. Insert this right below Church of the Radiant Dawn. Like I was saying, some flavor text. So that's kind of what I was maybe looking for the embassy, but I haven't really decided on that yet. Oop. Like, I don't know, like something like Realms Alliance Embassy or something, or Kingdoms Alliance, or something like that, where it's like the newfound alliance between all the factions working together to fight the big bad, right? So not sure, but you know what, maybe we'll just let's ask ChatGPT. Let's get some bad ideas. Do you have a specific goal of how many cards you want that you're working toward, or are you just creating cards that you think of them / fill holes in the game? A little bit of both. I do want around double the number of cards, but the way I am going about it is, you know, trying to you know, think of new interesting possibilities and yeah, filling holes. So kind of the answer is both. But yeah, the goal right now is to double the number of cards. But most of those are going to the beta, which is going to be the people are going to get from Patreon access. So for that can't be right. Yeah. I guess that's how you spell embassy. Yeah, whatever. For an embassy from a game, I'm thinking something like what did I even say? Is that really how you spell? God, I wish I could spell, you know, guys? I guess so. Okay. Embassy of the Realms. Alliance of the Realm. Okay, so this is... Give me more variation. Embassy of the Accord. Conclave of Unity. Spelling is underrated. Yeah. It's true. Embassy of the Celestial Pact. No. Embassy, Make sure embassy is included. Embassy of the Eternal Realms. Embassy of the Allied Kingdoms. The Grand Accord is kind of cool. I kind of like that. Let's do that. I'd just be looking through the thesaurus anyway. This is basically just a thesaurus that combines words for you. That's all ChatGPT is. Not really, but... There we go. Good enough. All right. Now that we have that, we can go into Dexterous. We can go to Layouts. We can go... Or, no, sorry. We can go to Projects, Beta, and... Import CS... Or refresh the CSV. And ta-da. Look at it. We've got a card. Yeah, how many... Do all of these new cards have abilities? Ability, ability, ability. All but one of the new cards have abilities. That maybe needs to change, but... Oh well, here we are. It's fine. How many of these cards did we make that have abilities? Unstable Soulbind, not really sure. Abilities give so much more freedom, and abilities are lacking from the game. Yeah, it's true. Is definitely true. Although, I mean, looking at this, there's a lot of yellow, you know? Which means those are all abilities, but with the exception here, but those are all spells, which are basically just abilities, but probably need more unit effects. And I guess I honestly, it's fine. It doesn't really matter. It's not really a problem. If it is a problem, I can just change it, right? These are beta cards. We don't necessarily think they're gonna work right off the bat anyway, so. All right, I've been going for 3 hours and 42 minutes. I think it's probably about time to be done. Seeing as we've been going for a long time, and normally I only go for 3 hours. But I got a whole card done. I was gonna say, I showed off the church too, right? Because I finished that one the other day too. It's kind of less impressive now that I'm looking at this one, but I probably could do a little bit better on the church. I just... the stream crashing kind of just made me, I don't know, demoralized. But I think it's fine. But yeah, I think, I mean, I could add like a singular spell next time. I don't know if I necessarily need to. What I might try to do is just get more playtesting in, and then work on the next version of the game. And then go from there. Because I think there's starting to be enough stuff, and a lot of more interesting ideas to implement into the game. you know, more game improvement stuff. So might also want to test out the 2-card draw, 2-card play kind of thing. But anyway, y'all, I think I'm done. I think my brain's starting to fail. So I will not be back on Friday. So I will be back maybe Monday. I might have stuff going on then too. GG, well played. See ya. Exactly. But yeah, I will, if not back on Monday, definitely Wednesday. So, you know, things going on, stuff and things. So I'll let you know though. I'll post it on a Discord server. Happy Turkey Day. Thank you. Yeah, happy Turkey Day to all. Yeah, guys, that's tomorrow, right? I'm losing my mind. Yeah, it's tomorrow. Yeah, I gotta make dessert for tomorrow, so I will yeah, I'm leaving. Show my face. Why not? All right, y'all. I'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it, as always, and I will see you when I see you. Now, if I could just figure out how to stop the stream, it just crashes normally, so. All right, bye.